tips to bear in mind. When you're purchasing a catamaran or making some of these decisions to basically create as much value as possible in these transactions. The number one thing is to buy new. A lot of people say, well, a pre-owned boat is typically less money. It often represents a better initial value when you're looking at that. But if your budget permits, I strongly advise you to go new. In that case, you have generally less headaches with your term of ownership. You're not making repairs and replacements and upgrades. You're buying a boat that's outfitted for you the way you wanted it. In many cases, ordered with the equipment that you wanted on your yacht and not someone else's. You just don't want to be inheriting someone else's headaches. If any of you have ever bought a new car, it's the same reason you buy a new car instead of a pre-owned car. It's for that reliability and having a new model. And the new model has a lot of value to it. Initially, it's hard to see, but in the resale market, your boat's going to resale for a bit more. And that brings me on to another subject, which is to buy early in the production cycle on any boat. A real smart way to do this is to order your boat from drawings. I know this sounds sort of strange, but if you're dealing with a reputable boat builder that has a tremendous amount of experience and depth in their models, it can create a great value. And what our experience has been is the boat manufacturers, when they come up with this new model that they're going to be introducing and they come up with initial pricing, normally they're anywhere from 10 to 20% off on what they really need to be selling that boat for. Once it comes to market, often the prices go up quite a bit once the boat actually exists and you start seeing it here at a boat show. Very few, if maybe not if any of these boats here at the show today are hull number one. And rarely is a boat like that ever unsold. It's normally ordered quite far in advance, and then you can be taking delivery of the boat and creating the value that way. The other option is to buy a charter boat, and you've got a couple options when it comes to chartering your boat. One is to go with a real charter machine. And in many cases, these mid-range cats in the high 30 to 50-foot range, a 4-cabin, 4-head boat is going to charter more often and for a higher charter fee. And if that's something that you're interested in, over typically a 3 or 5 year management term that most of the charter companies offer, you'll be able to cover all of your operating expenses on the boat, insurance, haul outs, maintenance, turnaround fees, that sort of thing, and also cover your principal, interest, or mortgage payments if you're doing a conventional finance package. You'll also have the ability to use the boat as much as you'd like. I mean, most of these programs will allow you to utilize the boat for more than what you probably end up actually using it for. So you get a lot of utilization during the term without having the same expenses that private owners can have. And the other thing to consider too is location. In a place like the British Virgin Islands, which is in the industry our most popular location, you have essentially year-round sailing there. In the Northeast, you have a limited time. In the wintertime, it's just too cold and windy in many cases. It's not that enjoyable of sailing. The other way for making money in the multi-hull business is to buy a well-known brand. There's it's like any other commodity, whether it's a home or a car or something like that. If you buy an oddball car, it's going to be difficult to resale, and it's probably not going to resale for as high as a better-known brand. There's a tremendous amount of value to a well-established, long-time, honored brand in the marketplace. Not to say that any of these boats are inferior, they just don't appeal to the broadest segment of the market when it comes to resale. And it's one of these things that's like a triangle, the mid-range boats, the brands that are well recognized represent the bottom of the triangle, and there's a lot of buyers at the bottom. As you move up into higher end range and also not as well-known brands, the segment of buyers for that market is just smaller. It just equates to a longer term in the resale market. Another way to make money in the industry is to buy shares in the builders. This is something that doesn't occur to a lot of folks. The largest builder of catamarans in the world is Group Beneteau. They own the Lagoon brand. And if you invested in their shares in the French stock market a decade ago, when Lagoon started to march up to the top of the catamaran market, you'd be significantly wealthier today. They're doing very, very well. One of the second largest builders here is Fountaine Peugeot. They were listed on the French stock market in the last 12 months, and since their shares have been offered, they've been oversubscribed by 8 times. So it gives you a good idea of how the market's appreciating in that segment. And it's something to to recognize overall. The catamaran market as a whole has been the largest, I should say, increasing segment of the entire boating market, whether it's power boats, trawlers, expedition boats, monohulls, race boats, anything. It's always been the fastest growing and the largest growing segment of the entire boating market. And when the boating market's not doing well, it's been the least declining. The other thing to do is to buy a business like ours, and a catamaran dealership is a good way to make money. If you run it like a business, not as a hobby, you can be very successful in this market segment. And the other side of it is not to lose money. I lived in the Caribbean for 8 years, and the running joke is how do you make $1 million in the Caribbean? The answer is you start out with 5. Anyway, that's it for today.